talk. I gotta tell what I feel. I gotta talk about my life as I see it.
I'm the illest nigga alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it.
Come on, man. This is God-given. Only thing I gotta do is just show up.
The nerve, the audacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for
Prophecies with the Prophet.
What is we talking about, bro?
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Prophecies. I am your host, the one and only Prophet. We're in for a great informational show tonight. I hope everybody has their pens and notepads ready. Shout out to all the members. This is a members only edition. Make sure y'all say something in the chat so I can see who's all rocking and rolling tonight, and hit that thumbs up button. What's up, Diana? What's up, Janine? First and foremost, how is everybody doing? It's getting a little chilly outside. The holidays are approaching. How's everybody doing? Is everybody ready and prepared for a holiday season? So tonight's topic is walking by faith and verse living in fear. What's up, Angela? I see you in the chat. Whew, it's going to be a doozy. Make sure y'all put y'all questions in the chat or in the comment section, because I got to go through some of my notes. I'm not going to be able to see everything. So if I miss something or if anybody has a question, just remind me. Well, let's see. Where should we get started today? I seen a lot of people were picking walking by faith, but do you actually know the definition or what it means to walk by faith and what it means to live in fear? Or you could just tell me, your thoughts, or what do you think it means to you? Put what do you think it means to you in the chat, man. What's up, Janine? She said, I'm ready to cook. I can dig it. I can dig it. Y'all let me know in the chat. What's up, Tara? What is y'all definition of walking by faith and living in fear? And then I have my own set rules that we're going to go through in 1 second. But I think starting the prophecies, I think every episode I'll start off with story time so y'all can see why or how certain topics came to me or came about. So this week's story time is going to be from a little chit chat that I had with my crazy mother because she works my nerves. So I'm having a conversation with my mom, and somehow we got on a topic of what kind of movies, what genre, or what's your favorite movies or whatever, right? So my mom likes Marvel movies and vampire shit, zombie shit. My mom likes all kinds of crazy shit, or like Fast and the Furious action shit like that. But me personally, I'm a rom-com junkie. If y'all don't know what rom-com is, that means romantic comedies. I'm a rom-com junkie. So, and y'all might be surprised by that, but don't be. I'm a lover at heart. I keep on telling y'all I'm a lover at heart. So I love rom-coms, right? So my mom is like, why do you love rom-coms? Like, are you in love? Like, you believe in these fantasies and the fairy tale of love? And when my mom said that, it kind of struck a chord in me to where as though people don't realize that your mindset or how you think about things, the things that you take in, X, Y, and Z. I think I spoke about that before. All these things play a part in your mindset. So my mom may not believe in the idea of love anymore because she's jaded from her past experiences. And I was trying to explain to my mom that no matter if I'm currently in love or not, I feel like I'm always in love because I believe in love. Nothing that a woman can do or say will ever shake my faith in love. So that's basically where the topic came from. Some people choose to say that they're protecting themselves. That's why they don't go, you know, too far on the trusting or believing. But I believe in love to the utmost degrees. It's not based upon me like being in love all the time. I believe in love. I have faith in love just in general. So y'all let me know in the chat and in the comment section, do y'all, understand what I'm trying to say? Because it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. So before we get into the definition and some of the comments, let me see what's going on over here. Faith is knowing and believing it's going to happen. That's a fact. Wholeheartedly believe in love. That's a fact. All right, so this is my question before I get into the definitions. Let me see. I can take these off a little bit. I'm getting a little hot. Thank you, Angelia. So my question is, do sometimes women get jaded or they feel some type of way about love because of the time? Like, if it's not a forever thing, are y'all like, that's why you be mad or you don't trust or believe in love? Because the way that I look at love is like, I don't care. I know what it feels like to experience love at the highest level. So I don't care if that was only for one day and you had that great experience for that one day. I would take that over, living in fear or what they call protecting themselves and not experiencing that. So I would take that one day if it only lasted for one day. And for some people, they don't even take the chances because they're living in fear. So the first question is, would y'all take love even if it was only for one day? Or does it have to be forever? I believe in enjoying the moment or moments or however it comes. A lot of times people get jaded from their past, and there had to be something in that time that you enjoyed, or why did you stay in that time so long? So even if you only enjoyed a certain part of it, I hate when people like it was a waste of time. I regret being with you chose to be with that person. It was something there that drew you in. So you had to enjoy something of it. So I don't live my life based in fear or saying it's a waste of time or living with regrets and things of that nature, man. Yeah, I never get jaded. It's not gonna happen, man. Diana saying love is keeping a record of one is not keeping a record of one's wrong. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. So I'm gonna go through a little bit of what I feel or what I put together as the definition of both. And then y'all can, take notes here and there or, give your thoughts in the chat in the comment section. Now, walking by faith means to live your life based on your trust in God's plan for you, even when it comes to things that you can't see. So walking by faith means to live your life based on your trust in God. That's why I grew up in like going to church a lot. Y'all may not believe it, but my grandma sat in the pulpit. So whenever I went to go visit my grandma, I had to go to church like Thursday, Friday, Sunday. It was a lot. So I have a little bit of church in me. as you can see, the prophet. So they normally say there's a saying that says, walk by faith and not by sight. And what that means is, let's see what's happening. See, she's saying I don't want increments of love. I can't. I want something lasting, but if it's short, it's not going to stop me from loving again. Facts. Everybody would love to have whatever their favorite love is forever, but I'll take it even if it's just a day or two. Yeah, I'll take it even if it's a day or two, man. All right. So what I was saying was the sight part of it. Meaning that you're following God's word over what you can physically see or your past experiences. As I just said, don't be jaded by your past experiences. Also, walking by faith means to live your life righteousness or righteously. Be a good person even in times of struggle or disbelief. You still are supposed to live your life, according to being a good person and, God's plan and all things of that nature. The third one, ladies, the third one is the one where I don't want to make this a man-woman thing, but the third one is where a lot of people get lost or a lot of people bump their heads on a regular basis. So the third one is surrendering control. This is the part where a lot of people lose themselves or lose their faith sometime because you don't know how to surrender control. So if you're walking by faith, you have to surrender control, knowing that you may not always understand everything. You might not always see the bigger picture, but you still have to have your trust in God and keep pushing forward. So that's what it means to surrender control. And the last one is to focus more on your spirit or spirituality over temporary, like material things, things that don't really matter. Your spirit has to be in a certain energy or radiating in a certain way for you to walk by faith. So that is walking by faith. Everybody got it? What's up? What's the word, people? Y'all taking notes? Everybody got it? You understand? You heard? Anything need to be repeated before I move on? What's happening? That's what it means to walk by faith, people. So make sure that you are living your life based in your trust of God's plan for you. That's what that means. All right. Here's the one that people, I've seen everybody clicking on walk by faith, but sometimes you may not even realize when you're living with fear. So sometimes you may not even realize when you're living with fear. All right, I'm going to go through living with fear. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? All right. Living with fear means you're in a constant state of anxiety and worry, and you only foresee things in a negative light. So that's what it means to live with fear. That you're in a constant state of anxiety and worry, and you foresee things like negatively. You always have a negative outlook. Like, I know sooner or later this is going to happen. I know something bad can happen. I don't want to do the X, Y, and Z. I'm going to go through it. All right. Now, that means that you're afraid even when there's no immediate or pressing danger. So the mind games, man. You allow your mind to create narratives to justify you not giving your full self. You do like avoidance or like selfish behaviors or holding back behaviors because you're in a state of fear. All right. Now, when you live in this state of fear, you're always worried or concerned about what might or could happen. So you avoid people, things, situations, whatever it may be, anything that you think might trigger your fear. So you think in your logic, you think that you're protecting yourself, but you're actually limiting your experiences. So when you're moving like this, you think you're protecting yourself, but you also could be blocking your blessing or limiting your experience. All right, we're going to continue on, man. Now, living in fear could also take a toll on you physically. Like when you stressed out, that mental stress can throw off your sleep patterns, it can raise your blood pressure, and it could basically give you a heart attack. You could basically give yourself a heart attack because you're living in fear. Your mind is constantly going down a rabbit hole or to bad things, and you're stressing yourself out. And you could actually make yourself sick or even cause yourself to have a heart attack. So be mindful that living in fear also takes a physical toll on your body. All right, we're moving on. Now, these things combined normally take a toll on your basic everyday life. Like when it comes to going to work, you might see people who are afraid to drive or afraid to do this, afraid to do that. So now they can't function even in their everyday basis. I don't know if y'all watched Shameless before, but there was the one of the moms on Shameless. Something had happened to her and she never went outside after that. Like the whole show, she basically stayed in the house. So these are traumas. You can't let your traumas force you to live uh, with fear. So living with fear can put you in harm's way, or it can also like self-sabotage you from growing. You have a limit when you're living with fear because you're always being mindful of that. Now, don't get me wrong. You're supposed to be aware, and some fear is natural, but living in fear is different. And living there is like a silent killer or a silencer that you might not even think about it or you might not even see it. You might just be like, I'm not going to believe that until I see such and such. So you're never going to see whatever that's going to be because you don't allow it. You have to allow certain things to play out. I don't know when we got into this mindset of, no, I'm just going to full-fledged protect myself, but you're also blocking yourself from the full potential. I hear or see people say all the time, I don't trust you, or I don't trust this, or I don't trust that. So if you're moving in that frame, it's never going to be what it could be because you always have your ceiling to it. You always have your ceiling to it, man. Yeah, that was a lot of people at one time, Diana. Nah, she only go to the doctor and to the store. I can't, man. I'm going outside, man. Basically, things can happen when you go outside, but you still live your life. So you got to do what you got to do, man. Let's see if we could go through some of the comments and let me know if anybody has any questions or wants to share anything. Let me know before I pull up some of these comments, man. Does everybody get it so far? We here? We on the same page? I know y'all seen my post about that crazy girl. I know y'all seen my post about that crazy girl. I told y'all people be crazy, man. All right, let me see if I could pull up one of the comments, man. Oh, I did see somebody that posted the double side of it, saying that they do both. If you do both, you're basically canceling yourself out. So that's not even a good idea. You got to pick a side. I mean, I would choose to walk on my faith side, but who the fuck am I? But you can't just play the middle because they're always going to clash at some point. you got to pick a side. Even if you're doing it halfway, you're still basically living with fear or living in fear. Yeah, you're still basically living in fear, man. I'm trying to find that comment. All right, so this one said, faithful in my level of comfort and security, but fearful in others aspects because I don't want to be let down. I'll be like really like wondering like how do you think that you're gonna proceed in life? Like how are you gonna get off the hamster wheel? How are you gonna get out of the box if you do certain things like this? Like if you try to play it down the middle. Fearful of being let down. Were we born yesterday, people? Or have we been here for some time now? You got to understand that being let down, whether you don't get that job, you don't get the promotion, you don't get the car you wanted, you don't get the house you wanted, the guy cheated, the girl cheated, whatever it may be, where somebody let you down, y'all know that this is a part of life, right? That's a part of life, right? You can't move in the energy of fear that may happen because you're basically manifesting that to happen. You're basically manifesting that to happen. You're putting out negative energy. You're also holding yourself back, which may push that person to the point of making it happen. So, yes, nobody wants to be let down. Yes, heartbreak does hurt, but you'll never get to the full climax of it if you don't go full-fledged in yourself. You're still living in fear. So, to each his own, do your thing. But I don't think that you could pick and choose when you want to use one or the other. What is your thoughts, man? All right, I see somebody else saying it really takes work and faith. They both go hand in hand, and that's how you receive your blessings. I believe that, and I will do a topic on doing the work because a lot of us think that we're doing the work, but we're actually at a stalemate or you're actually not progressing. You're just standing still. So that will be a topic soon on doing the work. But you do have to combine work and faith. That's what they call like living righteously. What's up, people? Anybody got any questions or any thoughts on this before we move on? I'm trying to find the rest of the comments, man. All right. I see somebody saying whatever God has planned for me is for me. And I'm not mad at that. That's actually, how you're supposed to be moving. You got to make it happen. And God also has the plans for you. They say you want to make God laugh, make your own plans or whatever. That's the thing. But move together, move in a righteous way, and you should get, what you got planned for you. Walking by faith, trusting and believing. How do y'all carry it when it comes to trusting and believing? Like, do you trust in God? Do you trust in yourself? Do you believe in certain things? Do you have faith in certain things? Or do you just see how it plays out? How do y'all handle that? How do y'all handle that? Let me know, people. We quiet today? What's up? What's the word? Let me know. How is we handling that? Are we moving with faith and trust, or are we questioning and living in fear? How are we moving about, just in your daily, everyday movements? How are you handling that? You have to be mindful, people. Energy and manifesting things is a real thing. So you have to be mindful. Okay. Diana saying, I trust and believe in God by experience. I also did ask y'all to put your reasoning after you picked if you're living in fear or walking by faith. And everybody wasn't doing it. Where is the crowd participation? Kanji, what are we doing? Participate, people, participate. Let me know, what is your thoughts or how you move or walk by faith, or are you still living in fear? Even in relationships, um, do you look at the person like, are you living in fear with the person that you're talking to? Are you afraid that XYZ is going to happen, or do you just live your life and whatever happens, happens? I'm a person who I know I'm not in control of said things. So whatever is going to happen is going to happen. You're not in control of people. You're only in control of yourself. Okay, Diane, I see you. Angelia is saying, I still question things sometimes when it feels too good, but I'm trying to get out of that mindset because I know I deserve that. Why do you question things when it feels too good? When you question something that feels too good, you're basically cheating yourself out of enjoying it for at the fullest rate. Why not just enjoy it, and take it for what it is? We perceive things or we push things to happen before they happen, and that's not good, man. I trust and believe as well. What's meant for me is for me. Shout out to you, Janine. Yeah, man. I trust and believe. Like, I have faith and love and what it's supposed to be. I am all about the fairy tale of it. And I think that we could get there if people start putting their guards down and both sides meet in the middle somewhere. If either side is moving in fear, how are we going to elevate? Yeah, how are we going to elevate, man? Angelia said, I agree and I'm working on it. Facts, people. We got to do the work, man. The faith and like somebody said, the faith and the work go hand in hand, and that's how you receive your blessings and all that, man. Well, y'all being quiet and nobody was commenting, so I guess we could wrap this one up early. But I do want to say that when times of unease or your mind is not at peace, these are the things that keep you up at night. And those are things that contribute to living in fear. So when I seen everybody clicking on walking by faith, you may believe that ideally, but you may not be there fully 100%. And you can see how that shows up for you in times of restlessness or anxiety and all the things that I spoke of earlier in the definition. If you're still seeing those things on a regular basis, shit's going to happen here and there or whatever. But if you see it consistently, a part of you is still living in fear. A part of you is still living in fear. I don't operate in that just because I know it's like a no win situation. It's like a no win situation. So I'm not going to go into something being like, I don't think this is going to play out. If I thought it wasn't going to play out, I might as well not even do it. You're already jinxing yourself. And I'm not waiting for the other shoe to fall or whatever, however they say it. If it happens, then I'll handle it accordingly. But that's not my thought process. I don't create these ideals or I don't create these narratives. I just handle them when they come. And I also understand that that is life. Life and people in general are not of perfection. People are going to let you down. Things are going to happen. You're going to lose people, like I spoke about on one of the other videos. You have to still remain and stay in your faith with God. And that's how you push forward. You have to know that there's always a bigger plan outside of you and outside of the things that you can see and hear. And long as you're living righteously, then that's the only thing that you can control. All right, people. Any more questions or comments as we can wrap this up? Diana saying, my early life experiences taught me to have faith and trust the process. Exactamundo. 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 Also, if people need any merch, Prophecies t-shirts and hoodies are available in all sizes and colors. So hit me up if anybody needs any merch. Let's see what we got here. Janine said, I don't put up a wall because if I do, I may miss out. So I stay in prayer. That's a fact. That's a fact. That wall that you think is protecting you could be protecting you, but it's also could be blocking you. So are you a risk to reward, or you don't want to take the risk? The choice is yours. The choice is yours, man. No risk, no reward, people. The choice is yours. What's up, people? Any last questions or comments on walking by faith versus living in fear? I'm going to always choose walking by faith, and we all are going to have our missteps or stumbles, but you have to get back to your faith. So what do y'all do to get back to your faith when you lose faith? Not my walls fell. My walls fell like the walls of Jericho. Not my walls fell. I can't. I can't. Yeah, we gotta knock those walls down, man. We gotta knock those walls down, man. We gotta knock those walls down, man. Yeah, it's not living. You're not living, man. You're just surviving. You're just surviving. You're not living. I would rather live and let my experiences be what they be gonna be than to not have any experience at all. Yeah, I would rather live and let my experience be what it's gonna be than to not live or have any experience at all. I'll take that one day, month, year, whatever it may be, and that'll be what it's gonna be. What's up, Tina Renee? I see you in the chat. What's your thoughts on walking by faith and versus living in fear? Are you doing one or the other? How do you see it? Janine said, I never lost my faith. I've been through too much to lose faith. That's what's up. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I don't think you should ever lose your faith. I don't think people should ever lose their faith. I think sometimes people question their faith. Sometimes people have setbacks, but I don't think you should ever lose your faith. I don't think you should ever lose your faith. And it's even kind of blasphemous to question it, but as a human, I think that just happens. As a human, I think that just happens. But, stay prayed up, people. Stay prayed up, man. Where is it at, Diana? Let me see if I can find it. I was making a lot of posts. I didn't see everything. My bad. Yeah, I don't see it, Diane. Was it on YouTube or was it on the Uncensored Minds page? Also, make sure y'all stay tuned. We do have Married at First Sight episode 4 recap dropping soon, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. And also, I know y'all gonna be excited. Erotic Zone, another Erotic Zone is gonna be coming soon. Another Erotic Zone is gonna be coming soon. Yeah, I don't see it. Diana, let me see. All right, I see a couple over here. Okay. Tina Renee said, "I take it one day at a time." That's what's up. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Um, let's see what we got over here. All right. Somebody said, "Walking by faith." There's so much going on in this world today that it's only by his faith that we are still here. I thank God every day that I am still here. As you should. I salute that. As you should. I should salute that. Yeah, with all everything that's going on in the world today, I don't even like blame that or look at or let that affect my faith. I just know that that is like human will that people are doing, whatever they choose to do. I don't I don't even question my faith when it comes to how the world is moving today. I just know that people are fucking idiots and they do idiotic shit. And that's all I know. All right. This one says, ever since I was 14 years old, I learned to walk in faith. That was the time in my life when I was sneaking in those streets heavy and lots of shit was going on. That is a fact. That is a fact. I will tell y'all, my days of being in the street, I definitely was not living righteously, but I definitely was always covered by God, and I was always covered by my faith. So that is an extremely well point, Diana. That even in times of not living righteous, you should still have faith. Because in my times of doing shit that I should have been doing, I was definitely covered by God and my faith. And that is why I am still here today. That's a fact. And Diana, stop sneaking in those streets. You're too old for that now. We too old, people. We too old. We too old to be still sneaking in the streets. Yeah, we too old, man. All right, people. This is the prophecies. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like and share the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, all that good stuff. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Next week, I have a super explosive topic for prophecies. So stay tuned for that. Also, if anybody wants to come on and share their experiences or their journey, just let me know. I'll put the link in the description of the video or in the chat as well, because we got a lot to talk about, people, and we're not talking. I just had this conversation last night with Ish. There's a lot to talk about and nobody's speaking. So I don't know how y'all think that we are going to move forward or even come closer together if nobody's speaking and telling their truths or experiences so other people can learn or understand. That's exactly, Janae. We got to fucking talk about it. That's the only way that people are going to see. The prophecies is without vision, there is no understanding. And without understanding, there is no vision. So if we are not speaking and telling our stories and truths and experiences, nobody's going to understand who you are, how you are, and things of that nature. If we don't speak to each other, then you don't know each other. That's why people wake up and be like, I was with that person for 20 years and I still didn't know, because y'all never fucking talked. y'all never fucking talked. Y'all never talked about anything. And talking doesn't consist of, hey, what's up? How was your day? No. Tell me about your life. Tell me about your experiences. Tell me about your goals. Tell me about the things that you want. Tell me about how we can make a plan for us to move as a unit. We're not talking, people. And at some point in time, if y'all want to go to a higher plateau, if y'all want to get to the fairy tale that I was talking about earlier of love, you have to be able to talk to each other. You have to have the hard conversations. You have to spill some of those secrets that you thought you was going to take to your grave. The Prophecies is basically like a memoir. You're going to hear a lot of shit that I've been through in my life. So my life will be documented for all the time for people to see things and learn and grow in X, Y, and Z. So like I'm saying, man, we have to talk, people. We have to talk. That's what it is, man. That's a fact, man. If you can't ask questions, then how are you going to get to know somebody? How are you going to get to know somebody? You're not communicating. You can't be with somebody and that be your person, but you don't communicate. That's not a partner. It's coming. It's coming, Diana. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. What story you got to tell, Tina Renee? Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. I'll drop the if you're ready right now, and I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link if you got a story to tell. That's what the Prophecies is for. It's not only about me, it's about us as a community. It's about the world growing and learning and understanding from each other. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, man. So whenever you're ready, Tina Renee, let me know, and I'll get you a link, and you can come and share that story, because people need to hear everybody's story. Everybody's got a story to tell, but ain't nobody telling their story. I'm confused. And then you want things, or you expect people just to read your mind or to know what you've been through. How? You never fucking told them. You never fucking told them. You gotta fucking tell them. You gotta say, I'm like this because I've been through this. And maybe you could help me figure that out, or heal a little bit about that, or understand why that happened, or you can understand why I am the way I am. But if none of these conversations are being spoken of, then we're just we just like moving along, but we're not together. We're not together. It's not a togetherness. Right. I am the prophet, people. This is the Prophecies. Whenever y'all ready to talk, let me know, man. I'm always here for a good chit chat. I'm always here for a good chit chat, man. Tonight's topic: walking by faith versus living in fear. I hope somebody learned something. I hope somebody got something, that they can use to move forward and help you get out of said mind states. If you missed anything, make sure you go back and listen to those definitions. Maybe you might have just been listening and you need to write it down. Sometimes, like for me, I'll be having so many thoughts and things going on, I gotta write stuff down and take notes, because I'm gonna lose stuff. So if you missed anything, or if you just want to revisit it, go back and take some notes, write that stuff down so you can have it, man. Thank you, Janae. What story did you have about faith, Diana? Was it the story that I told, or did you have a story that you wanted to get in detail about? I told y'all to let me know, man. I'll send y'all the link, and then you can, tell your story, man. We gotta start talking, people. Everybody just want to mute up, and then time is passing by. I don't know why people don't understand that. Time is passing by. It's not waiting for you. It's passing by every day. It's passing by. Look at this shit. It's about to be Thanksgiving. I feel like the year just started. I feel like the year just started. I feel like the year just started. And time is passing by like this. And everybody's on their nonchalant shit. Like, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't really care about this. X, Y, and Z. I was busy. And time is going to go by you. Time is going to go by. She said she had a story about her stroke. Well, would you like to come on and tell it right now before we get off? Or do you want to wait for another time? I think there will be a topic about strokes at some point where I'll let people come on and speak about their experiences, because I know a lot of people who've had a stroke, and some of them are still the same and some of them will never be the same again. So, and we got to be mindful of your health and things of that nature, because from what I've seen, strokes just come out of nowhere for a lot of people, or they just, wasn't up on their health, or however it plays out. But yeah, that's a great topic. So let me know if you want to come on right now real quick and speak about it, or you want to wait until the later date. Let me know in the comment section. Does anybody have... All right, she said she'll be ready then. Does anybody have any questions about anything faith or fair related? What is y'all... That'll be the final question, people. That'll be the final question. What's up, Tina Red? That'll be the final question, man. What's your biggest fear then? Y'all let me know in the chat and in the comment section. What's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear, man? What's your biggest fear? Anybody got any fears? Everybody good? We all prayed up? What's the word? And then he said my cousin had one last night and hit his head and now has no brain activity. Prayers to you and your family. Could y'all put some prayer hands in the chat for Janine's cousin? Yeah, man. I heard them Jones just be coming out of nowhere. Put some prayers in the chat for Janine, y'all. Shout out to you, Angelia. She said, my biggest fear is losing my mom or kids. I get it. I don't have fear. That'll be a topic too at some point, but I don't have fear of any kind of fears of death, because I've experienced death in so many different ways and so many different occasions that I understand that it's just a thing that's going to happen. I don't even have fear, of myself. I don't. Yeah. She said, my biggest fear is, am I pleasing to God? Well, as long as you're living your life righteously, then you're doing your part. That's all you can do is do your part. That's all you can do is do your part. That's all you can do is do your part. We are approaching our hour mark, people. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Shout out to all the members. Kanji, what up? Kanji, what up? Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Teller Made Kicks. And Thursday for Game 7. And make sure y'all check out the Married at First Sight season 18, episode 4 recap. And there is a new episode dropping tonight. If y'all want to go check that out, go check that out. Anything else? We'll revisit at another date, man. We'll revisit at another date. So, this is the Prophecies, people. Without understanding, there is no vision. And without vision, there is no understanding. I got you, Angelia. Prophecies is always an hour I try to keep it, at the hour rate, man. I try to keep it at the hour rate, man. Try to keep it at the hour rate. That's a fact, Diana. Love on your people. I just said that the other day, man. Make sure y'all love on your people, man. Because we are losing people at an extremely huge rate. And like I said, the older we get, the more people we're going to lose, man. And these are facts. That's the inevitable. So love on your people while you're here and while you have time, and talk to them. And there should never be a time where you're questioning, damn, I never knew X, Y, and Z. Damn, I wish I had asked them this and this and that. While you here, you bullshitting around, ask the questions. You can't get answers unless you ask. You can't get answers unless you ask, man. So while we here, people, ask the questions. And, so when that time comes, you feel fulfilled, and or even mending relationships. Make sure, if there's a relationship that you do want to mend, you do what you can do on your side to mend that relationship before, anything happens. You don't want shit to happen and be like, damn, I wish I mended that. So, do your part, people. Do your part, man. Do your part. I've been losing people one a week since October. That's crazy. That's craziness. Prayer sending you strength, man. Because faith and strength is what you need in those moments. Like I said, death is inevitable, and I know people don't want to harp on it or think about it, but the older we get, it's going to happen. So you have to know that, and lean on your faith and your prayer and your strength, and know that that's a part of life. That's a fact, man. Does anybody have any questions for the prophet before we get up out of here? What's the word? I'll take questions as well, man. You can ask me questions as well. I also tell y'all that I know it's a lot of women in the chat and in the comment section. If y'all have questions, bring the questions, man. Bring the questions, man. Bring the questions, man. Let's see what's happening here. You know what we being saying, we want to know a person, but do we really want to know everything? Because I've been talking to someone and they dumping a lie in my lap. So is that overwhelming to you? Are you overwhelmed? Like, are you overwhelmed? Are you overwhelmed because they're dumping a lot on you? I don't get mad when people dump a lot of their shit on me, because I understand that people need venting spaces or safe spaces. So maybe they feel like you're a safe space for them, or maybe they just need to get it out. Sometimes people just need to get it out, man. Let them get it out. Even if I see you saying yes in the chat, even if it's overwhelming, that person may need to get it out. So just bear with them. Just bear with them. Let them get it out, because you never know, where their level is, where their stress level is, where their anxiety level is, how they're handling themselves. Just let them get it out. That's all I'm going to say. Let them get it out. I told him to go to therapy. What a good friend you are. What a good friend you are. What a good friend you are, man. I told him to go to therapy. Everybody doesn't want to go to therapy. Some people feel more comfortable, talking to people that they know. Some people feel comfortable talking to people that they know, man. I'm going to tell y'all, when I was a kid, I didn't want to go to therapy because I knew the therapy didn't know what I was going through. I knew the therapist didn't know what I was going through. And I didn't used to talk, a lot about my past shit because of that same sentiment of, I know you don't really understand, or you haven't been through what I've been through. So I would keep it to myself. But as I got older, I started to realize and understand that it just makes you feel better to get it out sometimes. And it also makes you feel better to know that you have a person that you can get it out to. So don't just shun them off to the therapist. I know sometimes it could be a lot. Believe me, I've heard all kinds of shit. So I know it can be a lot. And some people do need to go to therapy, but that is not our place to shut them down. And yes, I'm not mad at you for suggesting that he does go to therapy, but also remain a safe space for him. Also remain, somebody that he could talk to. Yeah, sometimes they need somebody to listen, man. That's a fact. Yeah, you gotta be more understanding, man. Especially for guys. Y'all don't understand that for guys, it's extremely hard to be vulnerable or open about certain things, especially with strangers. So you may think that you're a stranger to him, and that could be the case, but he feels comfortable speaking to you. So just allow that space. Just allow it because it ain't gonna kill you. I know it'll be a lot and it's draining and it's a fucking energy swap, but these kind of things can be preventing people from like committing suicide and shit. So if you just happen to be the one, just suck it up sometime, man. Just suck it up. Just suck it up, man. Let that bull get his shit off. Let that bull get his shit off. Also, still encouraging him to go to therapy because sometimes people do need professional help. And it's going to be a lot of shit that us just as people are not equipped or not the best person. But you gotta do both. Give him the space to know that he has somebody that he can talk to, while also encouraging him to get professional help if that's what he needs. Yeah, if that's what he needs. That's a fact, man. People be needing somebody to talk to, man. That's what shit I'm really trying to tell y'all, man. People be needing somebody to talk to and don't have nobody to talk to, and then they lose their fucking minds. So you can't just shun them because it's just not good, man. That's not good, man. Talk to people and allow people to talk to you even in times where it's overwhelming because you never know how far left that can go. You could possibly save people's lives every day. I save people's lives all the time, and I'm not, tooting my own horn or anything, but I do talk people off the ledge a lot. That's a fact, man. Get that cry out. Get that cry out, man. All right, people. We at our hour mark. Any last questions? We pushed through. See? We walked by faith, man. We walked just like that. We walked by faith, man. And stop letting people and experiences change your perspective or your view and make you jaded on anything in life, man. Allow that and know that that was that person or that was that job or that was whatever it may be. Don't put that on everything. Don't let that be everything, man. That's crazy, Janine. Prayers to you and your family. Yeah, people definitely need somebody to talk to. So a part of living righteous is doing good deeds. So be somebody that somebody could talk to. You may be stronger than the next person. You may can handle certain things that other people can't handle. You may have information about something that somebody went through. There's a lot of different layers to it, but make yourself available and find somebody who's available for you. Thank you, Diana. All right, people, this is the Prophecies. I am the prophet. Make sure you are walking by faith and pushing that fear out of the fucking window. And we will see y'all next time. Deuces.